It pains me that Verydarkman does not soul. Verydarkman should have used this Micheal Felix as an example. Can you imagine what this Micheal Felix said? He said Verydarkman withdrawn 57 million from his NGO's account to fund the Fulani people that attacked Benue. Oh my God. You see accusation? Hi, Verydarkman should have used this one as an example. But I love the way man of thought questioned him. Like, this accusation is just, no, you guys should just watch the video and listen to what this guy said.
Research on my AI yesterday, and I was asking which tribe in Nigeria does the name end with KAR. I asked for Igbo, there was no result. I asked for Yoruba, there was no result. I asked for Hausa Fulani, and it gave me a result. Abubakar. So presumably, 57 million naira was sent to Abubakar on the 18th of June. And on the 14th of June, that attack happened. On the 15th of June, Verydarkman was the first person to get to the scene of the crime. When he made that video, he posted, you could see the smoke. You could literally see the smoke.
You see, I haven't blocked him. I did not block him actually. I didn't say anything, but I think MTN just sent me a message playing his audio already. MTN or whatever, Universe is actually angry at this video. Now, this is Felix Micheal, one of the guy who have actually defended against the abuses of Rattles on Felix Micheal. Now this guy came out and he was making video about, 57 million was removed from the Verydarkman's NGO's account. And what Felix Micheal is actually saying is Verydarkman possibility that his account is used to fund terrorism. And then he also implied that why was VDM the first person in the crime scene? And he in fact said that even fire was still burning when Verydarkman was already there. Now, this is one thing about me. I don't think that I'm a wise or smart or intelligent person. All I know is that I like asking questions, logical questions, illogical questions, and try to come up with whatever. So I'm not a wise man. I am a man of thought. I only think. Now, Felix, if you think deeply, because thinking requires practice. You need to practice to be a good thinker, not just to raise questions. And for you to think properly, number one, you have to remove sentiment and you have to remove emotion. There are times when I speak out of emotion, even though I'm thinking, but emotions would always cloud your logical mind. Now, let us assume that VDM is actually funding, or his NGO is actually used to fund terrorism according to your statement. Please, let me ask you, 57 million, since when VDM has created that NGO account? If almost 300 million was there. When he removed a couple of millions, they said he used it to buy car, right? He removed another couple of 20 million for NAPTIP, right? So now he removed 57 million, and you think to fund a terrorism group, you think 57 million is what human being would use to fund terrorism group. What do you think is Agberu that is drinking shinap in Junction that they are funding? Don't you see the money that some of these terrorists kind of go out with? So what you're trying to insinuate is that VDM was one of the people who probably the account was used to fund the incidents that happened in Benue. Do you know the history of what has been going on in Benue? At least based off information, things that are happening, it's not today, it has been happening for a very long time. It wasn't as if this thing just blew out. No, it was basically because this particular one, VDM spoke about it. That's why it has the kind of attention it has. Not like things like this has not been happening in Benue for a very long time. So suddenly, all the things that have been happening when VDM has not come to the limelight, that the news were not carrying, nobody was carrying stuff like that. That was not Verydarkman sponsoring, or was it VDM that was sponsoring, or was it not Verydarkman sponsoring those people when he was nobody? Now he became somebody. Suddenly his NGO became the thing they use in funding terrorism, and it is 57 million. Ask yourself all these questions. Think about all these things you guys are saying. This is what you see. That's the reason why I have no stand on anyone. I really have no stand on anyone. I no go stay and I don't associate. This social media platform you see here, I don't associate with anybody. Nobody can call me now and say, we want to have a party, we want to have a celebration, they want to have a festival. There's somebody that is doing inauguration. There's nothing you can do that I will be part of it. I don't go to party, I don't go to club, I don't go to wedding, I don't go to naming ceremony, I don't go to burial. I know they go party, I know they go anywhere. I am a word guy and I stay with computer always. I read. After reading, I stay on computer. I play with my family. That is my life. Nothing else. So I am not interested in associating or being a friend with anybody. Most especially social media people, where I know that tomorrow, when you get close to me, what you are looking for is what you would use to make content. Perhaps if anything happened negatively among us. So with that being said, even you will not have anything about me. With that being said, Felix, this is barbaric for you to just come to that conclusion. You can raise questions, but these are not questions. You are actually making accusations. And you see, for me, I wouldn't blame you. You are raising questions, but you are also raising accusations, and in your video, you are saying you are not trying to accuse. You can raise questions. Why did this happen this way? Why did this happen this way? But you are saying it went there, smoke was actually blowing up. Please, so if you burn tire, like multiple tires, let's say 5, 10, or house, how many hours you think VDM will be able to enter that place and make the video is making if it was actually fast there? If you burn, if a place is being burnt, that fire can be there for over a day. It can be there for over a day. And you are saying he's the one. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Oh, you and D1. Maybe I am part of your association in one way or the other. You guys are sounding possessive, like demons have possessed you guys in the name of you are angry at somebody. When people lose logic inside of conversations we are having, me, I don't know. I don't cite stuff like that. What I'm going to tell you is this. The major question is, what happened with the 57 million? You can't be using 57 million was removed on 13th, something happened on 14th, VDM was there in the 15th. That doesn't make any logical sense. Like all the accounts, the government now think that VDM when no sabi keep him mouth quiet for anything. Now they go give money, say making. Can VDM be politically motivated? Yes, I think he can. I think he might have somebody who would prefer. Everybody would prefer one person to be a president than the other person. Except you are not concerned about your country. VDM is politically motivated. That's why he wants the best president. And if it's look at Shobore, Peter Obi, and Tinubu, if he wants one of them, he will choose one of them or do things that support. But when you say because he's politically motivated, then that means he's sending things like this. Haba, ask yourself. Look at his expression when he went there. Look at his expression. Now, I'm not saying people cannot pretend. I'm just saying, be a little bit logical when you are coming to things like this. I don't know what to say with you guys, because when you look at it on a bigger scale, we talking about this thing doesn't make much sense, in a sense that when someone is possessed or obsessed with bitterness against somebody, it clouds intelligence, and intelligence stop working. That's only what I would say. Tomorrow I will fight VDM. Me, I don't send them, all of you. I don't send anybody at all. But the major thing is this: when we are talking, let us keep some reservation of logical thought and keep following steps. Let's see how far it will go with you guys, with all this over exaggerated hatred that you guys are coming. If you want to focus on money, hey, VDM, somebody take money, you are supposed to. The only problem I may say is, VDM, why are you not also talking when money remove go away from the account? You are actually not letting people trust if you ever need help for people to contribute in the future. Yes, but when you made 57 million to terrorism, man, ask yourself now. You think saying that 57 million now in terrorists take they are things where they carry? I beg this guy go and do